I'm back with another video. Maybe not. Maybe let's not talk about life this time. Well, kind of. I'm still going to talk about life. But by the way, I am so sorry. My dog is eating a bone right now. Again. Like, we had the chicken and still chewing on it. I could just... There he is. He's just doing him. There's the dog right there. That's about them. That's about them. So, sorry if you hear the thing and it's annoying. He's just like, he's munching on that bone. Not that. I just heard like a fake story. It's a fake story of somebody. Sorry, I just ate. I just saw a story or heard a story. It's a fake story of somebody selling jars of happiness. That's it. It's a fake story. So the way the story begins is this guy Tim Brooks. One day after leaving his one day when he's coming back home to work, or after he gets off work, he walks home. He then sees a poster, and he sees a poster that says the jar of happiness for sale, and then underneath it is a phone number. He decides to call it, and he decides to call it thinking it's a prank. He calls it. A lady picks up saying, "When do you want to pick it up?" They decide to meet in a Starbucks parking lot. They meet, and this lady's kind of dressed like a witch, and this guy, the guy thought it was just gonna be drugs, but the lady pulls out a jar full of light, and he was doing this just because he was miserable and he was bored, and he sees the jar that's filled with light, and he's a little confused, but he takes the jar. The lady leaves. He leaves and goes back to his apartment. He goes to his apartment, and when he knocks on the door after he forgot his keys, the door opens to his apartment, and he sees a fat, greasy guy in the doorway, and the guy says to him, "I think you have the wrong apartment." And Tim Brooks, the protagonist, he's a little confused, and he looks inside the apartment and sees that all the furniture is different. Everything, the colors, everything is different. He leaves. He goes to his work. He tries to sign in with his key card, but it doesn't work. And the receptionist says they don't have any employees named Tim Brooks. So they're like, okay. It's a little weird. He steps outside. It starts raining. He sits on the steps of his former work. He's a little confused. He then pulls out the jar, feels this warmth coming from the jar. Then the lady that gave him the jar texted him saying to break the jar. And also, while this is all happening, he's forgetting about his wife and kid. Doesn't even remember their names. He doesn't remember their faces. And he doesn't remember him and his wife's first date or their wedding or nothing. With nothing to lose, he decides to raise up the jar and breaks it. The light comes out, shoots up in the sky, and then he blinks and wakes up the next morning in bed with his wife. That day, the lady texts him saying what had happened. That he had to experience of what it was like to lose everything. And he experienced what it was like to lose everything, and of course that day he decides to spend more time with his family, spend more time with his daughter, sleep with his wife, just a tad bit longer, go to work, and now whenever he goes to work, he's not so bored anymore. He's not so bored anymore, and he realizes that jar didn't contain happiness. It just helped him realize that even though we may think that our life is boring at times, we might be doing the same thing every day. You might be repeating yourself every day, like you don't do much. You get up, you get ready for work, and then you eat breakfast, you go to work, and then that's it. Come back home, probably eat dinner, chill for a little bit, and then go to sleep. Do that all again. Take some small things for granted. And that's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate. He knew what it felt like to lose everything. Now that he's got it all back, he doesn't feel like he will take it for granted again. But he still fears that one day when he starts feeling miserable again, he's going to call the woman again, buy another jar of happiness. It's a very interesting story. If you find the story, I did see it on YouTube Shorts. If you find a story, it's like one of those AI stories. It's an AI story. It's read by a AI voice, and I guess I'm gonna assume the story is also an AI. But low-key, it did capture a lot. I feel like most of us take most things for granted, and we never realize how much we're gonna miss it. And I don't know how to explain. Like, we don't realize that even though life can seem boring at times, we can take it for granted sometimes. And we don't know what it's like to, we don't know what it's like to lose that routine. We don't know what it's like to lose everything until it's already too late. But then finally, when you get it back, you realize that you can't be taking it for granted. Life is short, and that sucks. It's the unfortunate reality. Life is very short. but even though it's short, it could be fun in a way. And even the small things we take for granted, we don't realize that we're gonna miss it until it's already too late and we've already lost most of everything. Like, honestly, if I lost everything, man, that would suck. Man, I would hate that. I would hate that. I try not to take things for granted, and I just try to, well, I just try to live my life. Of course, I'm not living it to the fullest, but I just try to live my life, not take things for granted. And that's why I don't really ask for things. Like, I don't ask for much. Because I already got everything I got. I already got everything I need. Honestly, that's all I need. But yeah, that's kind of mainly what I want to talk about. Take some small things for granted. And it is turning a little, there's a little bit of light out. It is like 5:03 right now, so makes sense. You know what? Come on. You're finna go. This little like thing, like this this is like what do you call this? Yeah, dirt vehicle center. Yeah, this thing. It doesn't actually work. Everything's torn up because of my dogs. But yeah, then I was planning to like repair it, but then he never did. Can I turn this camera? I don't know if I can turn this camera. I think I just took a picture. Yeah. Sorry, my face is ugly. You can see it now. You can see it better now. Playing. But yeah, that's just what I want to talk about. We take life for granted sometimes, especially the small things in life. What are those small things, though? Well, the small things could be a present, a gift. You get a gift. Imagine you get a cologne or a perfume, and you don't use it that often. We take that perfume or cologne for granted. We're not using it. Well, it's not to say that if you're not using something, then it's taken for granted. But I feel like I'm implying that. It's kind of hard to explain, but I don't really know how to talk. I don't really know how to like put it in my own words. If I put it in my own words, it's gonna sound stupid. But yeah, I guess that's what just made me think. Like, we take so many things for granted. Sometimes we don't even know what those things are, but they're out there. Guess now we're just gonna. Guess we're gonna enjoy. Guess I'm gonna enjoy the day. I guess you could say this is a little vlog. Like the last video. The last video was a vlog as well. I originally started the channel by, talking about creepypastas because I was so interested in these creepypastas that I wanted to put my channel around it. That's how I got the name. That's how I came up with the name. I was like, right, what should I name my channel? I was like thinking, man, so many names. And of course, I've watched Mr. Creepypasta, greatest creepypasta YouTuber of all time, man. And I realized that since there's already a Mr. Creepypasta, what about if we shorten the name? Instead of Mr. Creepypasta, it's gonna be Mr. Pasta. It's a silly name, though. It is a silly name. Like, it's a very silly name. I mean, pasta. Come on. I feel like when most people are gonna ask, if people ever ask me, anytime anyone ever asks me, why did I choose the name Mr. Pasta? I just tell them that. I mean, I started a YouTube channel that I feel like I keep up on. I'm not trying to, get back into the channel. These are just like little logs, if you will. These are like, well, I wouldn't say logs. They're more like just a vlog. I guess I need somewhere to share my thoughts. I don't know. I just tell them that I started a YouTube channel that I pretty much gave up on. I'm sorry, I did. I'm gonna be honest. I'll be honest. I gave up on it. I don't have the drive that other YouTubers have. They can pump out videos every month, every week, and sometimes every day. I can't do that. I don't have the intelligence or experience to grow a YouTube channel, but I tell them that, and then I tell them that my channel was meant to be a place where I can read off creepypastas. So I thought that there was Mr. Creepypasta, so I decided to shorten the name and went with just Mr. Pasta. Man, I look ugly as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie. I look ugly. Alright, enough about my looks. Like, you already know that. But I just want to say thank you to the people that will be watching this, to the minuscule people that will be watching this video. If you do happen to stumble across this video, hey, props to you. Even if you hate me right now, even if you just despise me, I still appreciate you for watching. It tells me that there's people that at least know where I'm coming from. I hope. Maybe not. Maybe you're just watching it to see something more interesting. I can't give that to you, unfortunately. But I'm gonna probably stay out here for a little bit and probably go back inside. Probably eat something. I was kind of lying when I said I ate, but to be fair, I did eat only a couple hours ago. I ate around 8 yesterday, and it's been a couple hours since I've eaten, but I just wasn't really hungry. I like made food, and I was like, damn, I'm not that hungry. So like I wrapped it up and then put it in the fridge. Kind of wish I kind of should probably go heat it up. Whatever. Now I'm just rambling on, you know. This is one of the more longer videos that I've done. Of course, the one that I did yesterday and this one. By the way, if you enjoyed the last video, I appreciate it. Well, I don't really have anything else to talk about, so for now, I end it right here. Whoever stumbles across this video, yo, my man, can you calm down, bro? Calm down, bro. Just, you know. Appreciate you. He's still loud. Sorry, it's just a bird. But if you do happen to come across this video, and you just click on it by random chance or an accident, well, either way, I appreciate you for watching me ramble on. And yeah, this. I was supposed to end the video a couple minutes ago, and now I've been speaking for like 6, maybe 5 minutes, maybe more than that. I should probably stop. I should probably just end the video right now. Thank you for watching, if you do watch it. And if you click on the video on accident, it still helps out a lot. Appreciate you. And have a nice day.